Everybody is always talking about DIY making your film, which I don't necessarily think is the way to go when you're past the experimenting stage. However, what you do need to be thinking about DIYing is financing your film. That is what you need to be thinking about doing yourself. Here's how you do it. I'm up early and it's still dark outside, so don't mind the darkness. But the most important thing you need to understand about financing your project yourself is understanding how the industry works. I talk about this ad nauseum. If you haven't seen any of my videos about understanding how the marketplace works, please go see one of those. They're all over my page. But the most important thing to understand is financing your project with money that's not your money is going to come from cultivating your relationships. So when people talk about DIYing your project, they talk about getting a bunch of your friends together, and getting some equipment that you borrowed, basically big, borrow, steal, guerrilla shoot your movie, which is fine at some point in your career. But if you're past that point, you need to make something that is a calling card that represents what you can do right now. It has to be operating at a certain production value, a certain storytelling level, at a certain level in general. So you do need to be DIYing your relationships. You need to be looking around your network and understanding, okay, if I don't have the ability to pitch my project to a bunch of Hollywood executives because I don't have those relationships, and a lot of those projects aren't going anyway. Then what you need to be thinking about is independent financing or co-productions. Both of those things are what I think is going to be how most people are going to be financing their films. And a lot of us who are sort of ahead of the curve have been doing that or are doing that now. Co-production is filming a project or doing part of a project in a different country, and being incentivized by whatever the tax incentives or perks are in that country. That is one way to do it. It's not difficult to do. Please do your research. I'm happy to make a video about how to do co-production with another country. If you're interested, just let me know in the comments. In terms of independent financing with high net worth individuals, this is where the rubber meets the road. When people talk about DIYing your projects, they talk about cobbling together all the aspects you need, the talent, the equipment, all of that. You need to do the same thing with finding high net worth individuals in your environment. And there are rich people literally everywhere. There's millions, if not billions of dollars floating around everywhere. And people who have a certain amount of wealth are always looking for ways to invest. They're looking for ways to invest in ways that are exciting to them and outside of their normal way of making money, which is where film comes in. Of course, you need a business model that's going to work well, which means you need to have research done for how well your project can do in the marketplace based on your package. If you need a video about that, let me know. But I think I have a video about that already on my page, so go check that out. The most important thing that you need to do is get outside of your comfort zone, outside of your friendships, outside of your relationships, and seek those relationships with high net worth individuals in terms of how you're networking and how you are communicating with people who you may not already know. Business owners, high net worth individuals in your neighborhood. I have done this and I am doing this, and it takes quite a bit of effort. I like to think of it as the same way as dating. When you're looking to date someone new or put yourself out there in the dating market, what are the things that you do? You get on apps, or you ask friends, or you walk up to people you don't know and introduce yourself. All of that is the same exact skill set. It is not hard, but gatekeepers have made us feel like it's impossible. And it's really not. This is how I do it. This is how I've gotten funding before. And this is how you can do it. You can do it. It's just emotional bravery. It's just putting yourself out there. If you want a part 2, let me know. But I promise you, this is something you can do. And I want you to get started. I want you to start trying today.